Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you as always for joining me on another episode of Aloha y Bienvenidos. So this week I wanted to take a couple minutes and talk about the military uniform, more specifically the Army uniform, because that's a branch of service I'm in, and what everything that we wear on our uniforms actually means. It's a question that I get asked pretty frequently, so I thought, you know what, let me take a couple minutes and educate everyone. So if that's something that you're interested in, let's watch the intro and talk about what all those badges on a military uniform actually mean. All right, so when it comes to the military uniforms, right, the easiest thing to distinguish who's in what branch, aside from the obvious differences in the uniform itself, so right above the chest, on all the branches, you're going to see the branch of service they're affiliated with and their last name. Branch of service on the left, last name on the right. They all have it, very easy to distinguish who's in what branch. From there, I don't know how the other branches do it. I'm Army, I'll talk about the Army. So, in between the branch of service and last name, right here in the middle, we have our rank. So the ranks itself is broken down to three separate categories. You have enlisted personnel, goes E1 to E9, warrant officers, W1 to CW5, and commissioned officers, O1 to O10, which is kind of a misnomer because warrant officers are commissioned officers, but whatever. Enlisted, warrant officers, O grades, that's what we call them, right? So they will all wear their ranks right here in the middle. Probably would have been easier if I was in my uniform right now, but it's the weekend, it's early morning, and you get what you get. So, aside from that, right, the next easiest thing to tell is what unit a soldier is affiliated with. So if you look on whatever patch they're wearing on their left shoulder, right, that patch, that's the unit that that soldier is currently assigned to. Me, I'm currently assigned to 25th Infantry Division here at Schofield Barracks, Hawaii. Different units have different patches, but if they're wearing it on the left-hand side, that's the unit they currently belong to. You look on the right-hand side, you're going to have the U.S. flag, and then right underneath the American flag, not all soldiers have this, it's becoming less and less common, honestly, but right underneath the American flag, you have what's known as the former wartime service shoulder sleeve insignia. It's a long, drawn-out name, it's a very mouthful. But the easy way to think of it, what we call it, the combat patch. Just as the name suggests, whatever patch they're wearing on the right-hand side is the combat patch from the unit that that soldier deployed with. So, for example, if I deploy with 25th Infantry Division, I would wear the unit patch on the left, because that's the unit I'm working with or currently assigned to, and I could wear that patch on the right-hand side. Now, once you've earned that combat patch, you can wear it for the rest of your career. So if you have multiple deployments, you have multiple combat patches that you can wear. They're all interchangeable at that point. So that's the easy part, right? From there, it gets a little bit more complicated depending on who you ask. But the next two categories can be broken down into skill badges and identification badges. So let's talk first about skill badges. So skill badges are worn above the U.S. Army name tape on your left-hand side, right? There's a lot of skill badges that a soldier can earn throughout his or her career. I'm going to talk about the three skill badges that I have. There are a lot more, but these are the three I'm most familiar with because I've earned them. So those are the three I'll be talking about, right? So one of the skill badges I have is the air assault badge. So most people, when they think about air assault, they think about the video they're watching right here, where it's rappelling from towers, from airplanes. Yes, that is one part of air assault, right? The video you're watching right here, that's actually phase 3 of air assault school. But there's 2 other phases where you learn about sling load operations, how to hook up supplies, things like that. It's a 11-day course, and at the successful completion of that course, you earn the air assault badge. Another badge I've earned is called the combat action badge. Just as the name suggests, you earn this badge when you are deployed in a hostile environment and you are directly engaged with the enemy. The last badge I'll talk about is called the Basic Army Space Badge. If you see soldiers with this, it basically means that soldier is an astronaut. I'm just kidding. That's not what it means. We're not astronauts. So all these badges, with the exception of the Combat Action Badge, right? They're all just different schools that soldiers can go to earn these awards or earn these badges. You have Air Assault, which I talked about. You have Airborne School. You have Parachute Rigger. There's a lot of different schools that earn you different skills badges. And that's what anything that someone's wearing above the left hand U.S. Army name tape, those are all skill badges. So all different schools and tools that they have in their toolkit, right, for the rest of their career. All right, lastly, let's talk about the identification badges. So identification badges typically are worn below the U.S. Army and name tapes. The two identification badges that I've earned throughout my career are, number one, the drill sergeant badge. So most people, when you hear the word drill sergeant, you think about movie Full Metal Jacket or Major Payne. Maybe it used to be like that once upon a time. It's not like that anymore. Yes, it's the video right here you're watching shows. There is still yelling. This soldier's being yelled at to do side steps because rather than facing the actual chow line at the DFAC, he's trying to walk through, whatever it is. But essentially, drill sergeants are the ones who are responsible for taking individuals fresh off the street, typically high school graduates, 18 and 21-year-old, that age range, and change their way of doing things in the civilian life, the way that they think, and mold them to be like soldiers. There's a certain way that soldiers are expected to act, to present themselves, that not every 18 and 21-year-old has. I definitely did not have that. So the drill sergeant, when you first join the Army, he or she is the one, again, responsible for molding you and helping you shift your thought process. And that's what the drill sergeant badge is on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, I've also earned the Army Instructor Badge. So what this is, once you finish boot camp, basic training, you go to your individual advanced training, right? To learn your actual job in the military. I don't want to say it's more laid back. It is slightly, but it's definitely more of an academic mindset. Now it's, okay, your drill sergeants are the ones who showed you how to shoot, move, communicate, how to do the basic soldier tasks. Instructors are the ones that are going to teach you how to do your actual job, whether that's communications, logistics, finance, intelligence. Whatever your job is in the military, the instructor, the Army Instructor Badge that you're seeing right here, those are the individuals charged with teaching you these tasks. Some other more common badges that I have not earned, but that you see typically, you have the U.S. Army Recruiter Badge. These are the individuals, you see them at high schools a lot of times, talking to the juniors and seniors about joining the Army. And then you also have the Joint Staff Badge. These are the ones who have worked, as the name suggests, with joint staff. Just like skill badges, there are a lot of different identification badges that an individual can earn throughout their career. One of the main differences between skill badges and identification badges is also the time it takes to earn these badges. Most of the skill badges that I've earned, aside from the Combat Action Badge, there's a certain time frame. As I said, they're all schools. So Air Assault School was 11 days long when I went. The Army Space course was 2 weeks long when I went. So a lot of those schools is weeks long, where the identification badges, the instructor badge by itself is a 1-year assignment. The drill sergeant badge is a 2-year assignment, sometimes a 3-year assignment. So there's a different time experience or a time expectation for all those badges. Nonetheless, identification badges, skill badges, once a soldier has earned them, he or she can wear them for the rest of their career. So, I hope that video helped you guys out, and the next time that you see a soldier, take a minute, look at what he or she's wearing, and approach them. Say, hey, what's that skill badge, or what's that identification badge? And as always, if you ever have any questions, hit me up. I'm always happy to help. So until next time, take care.